Hello everyone, this is Bentley, and today I wanted to feature a little product and give you an update and talk about something that I think is really cool. So, very recently, I did a couple tanks of the week featuring my 2 shrimp tanks, and I noted how in the case of them, they started from clear shrimp, and I was starting to get all this beautiful color, especially in those blue shrimp. Well, there's one thing I left out in all of those videos, and it's kind of a secret because it was a product I was testing, and now I've had enough time to test it. It's been about 3 or 4 months, so I really want to get you guys the scoop on something that I think can be helpful for anybody who keeps shrimp. So first off, let's get some disclaimers out of the way. I want to thank Brightwell. They've recently supplied me with a whole ton of stuff in order to test, and they're really excited about testing lab in general. So they provided me with a bunch of stuff for testing lab. We'll go into those details soon. But they also threw in some stuff that I didn't necessarily expect just because I said that I kept shrimp. And that included today's product. So full disclosure, this was given to me by Brightwell. I'm not being paid for any of my attitudes or opinions or whatever you want to say about this product. I just have been using it. So thank you so much to Brightwell for just giving me an opportunity to play with your product and talk about it without having to do dumb, you have to be positive all the time. Although thankfully, in this case, I get to be positive because this stuff's freaking awesome. So it's the Vitamin F for the shrimp. It doesn't really matter whether it's neocaridina or caridina. They do have some GH and KH boosters specifically for neocaridina and caridina that you would use instead of, say, I have a whole army of stuff from Brightwell that I'm slowly going to be testing through, including fertilizers for tanks, which I will talk to you about that very shortly because stuff's good. But as you can see, it's got a nice little pump to the top. And this is basically just a vitamin supplement for your shrimp. And I've been dosing this the entire time that I've had those blues in that tank. And it's part of why I think their color and just in general, that colony is doing so well. Now, some explanations. I have been using Salty Shrimp's GH and KH plush in there. So I haven't been using the Brightwell buffer yet. So I'm going to do a different tank, and that will only use the Brightwell because I want to test it on its own and not something that got established once and then supplemented, if that makes sense. So this also makes sure that the only Brightwell product that's in there is the vitamin supplement. And the nice part about this is that one full pump treats 20 gallons of water. So my tanks are all 10 gallons. So I just do a half pump, little boop, just gets it in there. I only dose this about once a week. So typically when I do my water changes or top offs, I'll just do a little dose of the vitamin in there. It comes out like a kind of yellowy green color. Don't panic about that. It dissipates almost instantly. It's also copper free, so that makes it completely shrimp safe. It's a shrimp vitamin. Of course it's going to be shrimp safe, but they want to make sure that you know that for certain. I actually want to read some of the stuff on the label. My only complaint, so for the Brightwell guys, because I know that you'll watch this because you're awesome. I know that part of this is kind of some legalese that you have to do, but I almost wish it was just more clear about what what it provides. I know it's a vitamin supplement and you got to be a little tight-lipped on it, but so the full spectrum vitamin supplement formulated to benefit freshwater shrimp and other crustaceans as well as freshwater fishes. Well, yeah. Most of the vitamins shrimp need, fish need too. I get that that's what it says. It provides full complement of water and fat-soluble vitamins, so that's important because as it mixes with, say, your bioslimes and things like that inside your aquarium, it's not purely water-soluble, so it's not going to just be gone inside the water column. It'll be part of their food as well. That's kind of important. Useful when preparing shrimp for spawning. Also benefits all stages of development. Does not have to be refrigerated. It specifically says requires no refrigeration because it's a little better. And then composed of purified water and ultra high purity ingredients. So basically, it's just using purified water as the medium, has the vitamins in there, and then probably a shrimp safe stabilizer to make sure that they don't break down inside the bottle so that the solution stays nice and mixed. There's all sorts of different vitamins and minerals in here. I'm trying to think. They only tell you so much because they can. But here's one of the things it does say. When you're trying to prepare the shrimp for spawning, this is their suggested things. You can limit the use to twice each day. So that lets you know that you could dose this twice a day and it's not going to hurt your shrimp because the suggested dose is that way. And one thing that I should note is that Brightwell is like really well known in the saltwater side of the hobby, but they're not as well known in the freshwater side. I'm not really sure why, because what I've messed with of their products, they're all really nice. And the guys over at Brightwell are crazy knowledgeable. Like some of the stuff that they've told me was just made me go, calm down. All right. Like an example would be like their substrate doesn't produce ammonia like the ADA stuff does. So you can basically put it in a tank and it'll be fine right away without having to worry about ammonia spikes for your fish. That's pretty cool to me. Well, let's get back to the shrimp stuff because I love this stuff. Let's see. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else I really want to talk about. Oh, okay, so we do have the analysis. This is important. I wish it was a slightly different part of the label. It's a personal gripe. Ignore that part. But so for this, a 2 milliliter, which is one pump, will do 20 gallons of, and you should, in theory, do this twice a week, according to Brightwell. I do it once a week, and it's still amazing. So, I don't know. If you're in super soft water like me, you might want to try twice a week. I think even just once a week on my top-offs has been really, really good. And then you feed your good food. Make sure you've got your GH and KH boosters for neocaradinas or just GH boosters for caradina. All those things. Make sure you got a good environment. But having the extra vitamins is really nice. So let's go down the analysis because I think that's important. So let's just go down what's contained. I'm not going to go down the exact mixtures of things because it's a specific measurement that is a little weird to properly describe. So I'll just tell you what you got. So you have vitamin A, thiamine, riboflavin, which is B2, just in case you didn't know. Thiamine's B1. Niacin, which is B3. There is some pantothenic acid, B5. Hey, guess what, guys? It's the B complex. Pyridoxine, B6. Biotin, which is B7, folic acid, which is B9, cyanocobalamin, wow, that's hard to read and get right, which is vitamin B12, and then there's some ascorbic acid, aka vitamin C, and then you have vitamin D, tocopherol, vitamin E, metadione, vitamin K. Hey, guess what? It's vitamins. I know this is really obvious, but I giggle about it just because some people will probably be like, wait, hey, you didn't say what's in it. Now, the nice thing, one bottle of this size, which has a convenient little pump head attached, will treat 5,000 gallons if added directly to an aquarium. So you've got 5,000 gallons worth of use out of a bottle. It's not terribly expensive, too. I'm not going to worry about talking about prices just because I want to just basically talk about what I've enjoyed about this product and why I'm going to keep using it because I'm going to overlay footage, okay? Shrimp. Bam. Here they are. Look how blue the blue shrimp are. These are Blue Dreams. They're Lucas Brett's line. Now, for those who didn't watch the tank of the week, let me explain. I started this tank with 3 clear females. The most blue that a female had was a very, very pale blue, completely see-through color, and a few spots. And then a male who had very sub-optimal blue coloring. He was mostly clear with like basically the outer lines of his carapace being blue. So, very bad females, mostly clear. Not so great male. Look how blue everything is. Look at all the babies. There's tons of shrimp in this tank. They've been breeding like crazy. Their color is phenomenal. And they came from a tank where they were the rejects, and they were not getting this vitamin, and came into this tank where they were getting this vitamin. And even the shrimp that were clear went completely solid blue. Come back to my face for a sec. Solid blue. We're clear, solid blue. In the other shrimp tank, they were clear. Tank with a vitamin supplement. Blue. Pretty sweet, right? Let's go back, look at some shrimp. Here's the cherry shrimp, right? These are the cherry shrimp that I got from the gentleman whose tank cracked. I rescued these shrimp. They were really low-grade cherries. Very little red. And you're not going to see, it's not going to be as stark a difference between the blues and the reds, but notice the red. You see the red, and you see that cherry color coming out in them. They're red. And they started all as clear shrimp. There was like one female that had a little bit of red, mostly some speckling. But they were almost all clear. And now you've got lots of red coming in. All from a little shift in diet and a good vitamin supplement. That's why I'm talking about this stuff. Back to me. So I'm talking about this stuff. I have seen incredible results on the health and color of my shrimp once a week. And the general instructions are twice a week, up to twice a day if you're trying to get shrimps conditioned for breeding. Twice a day. A little overkill, I think. I don't think you need that. Make your product go a long way, but just keep a continual dose once a week. Every time you water change or you top up, whatever it may be, just put a little bit of vitamin in the water. That's what I've been doing. It's just like, hey, I'm going to put this at a really low dose. I'm not even going to do the recommended. I'm going to do the akin of one dose, half a pump a week. Nice and simple. Practically brain dead in the way that I'm applying it. I've got lots of babies. I've got lots of shrimp. I've got great color. Really hard to argue with those results. Really hard. So, I guess I wish I had a negative. Yeah, my only negative for all of this is that the base pump is 20 gallons. Which, if you listen to Flip Aquatics, 20 gallons is really the better size of a shrimp tank, and 10 gallons is not. But for my personal use, I use 10 gallons right now. And then just that, the only other thing I will, complain about is that Brightwell has so many cool shrimp products. And this is just a shrimp products. This doesn't include the planted tank fertilizers or the soils, that sometimes the names can be... They can confuse you. Like, wait, which one was that? What does that one do again? That'd be my only complaint. The other product that's really cool, just as a heads up, that I haven't been using yet, that's coming, is their shrimp code. But I have been using rainbow code. I've been using it in this tank here. Shh, that's another video. And, yeah, it's just really good for making sure that you have the right minerals and vitamins and stuff for your fish or shrimp. And if you get the right vitamins, I'm trying to be British apparently. If you have the right vitamins and you have the right minerals and you have a good food source, what a coincidence. You're going to have beautiful, healthy shrimp, and you're going to get lots of them breeding. I've given away a bunch of these shrimp recently to my friend Alyssa, which the other member of Team Bentley, Alyssa Bentley, last name, not first name. Boom. Check her channel out. She's a cool person. And she was complimenting when she came over. She's like, they're so blue. They're so pretty. Are you sure you're just going to give me these? I was like, yeah, you're my friend. You live like 10 minutes from my house. Take them. You need more shrimp? Here you go. You're a good shrimp breeder. You'll breed more, and then eventually I'll make you give me like a different color that I don't have, or I'll get some yellows or something like that, because You know, I want yellow shrimp. And she messaged me like, I think a couple weeks later. She's like, they still look so good. And they're making so many babies. Like, yeah, I know. They're good. What I didn't tell her is the secret sauce. Is that this stuff, just conditioned, it made them way healthy. And I can't... Okay. Other than gripe about some product naming, which is a dumb thing to gripe about, I can't say anything bad about this stuff. Like, I guess maybe it's like, because it comes out a certain color, it might make somebody paranoid when it like hits the water and it's this like yellow green stuff going in. You might be like, did I just pour antifreeze in my tank? But, I mean, realistically, it helps because you know how much liquid's gone in your tank. And it dissipates just bang, done. So that's it. I just wanted to like give a little highlight. Again, thank you so much to the guys at Brightwell. You guys are absolutely phenomenal, letting me try all these products. And like, as as lenient as you've been between me like having all sorts of things stalling the testing lab, I know we're really excited for that. I can't wait to do that. But I've gotten an opportunity to play with several of their other products, and like I keep looking at this stuff because I love it. I'm enamored with this little bitty product right here. I'm enamored with it, which I've been trying out a bunch of their different things, and I love all of them. So be ready. I'm going to talk about a lot of the Brightwell stuff, and I want to talk about specifically my experience. And keep in mind, I'm not going to talk about any of these unless I've spent minimum 3 months working with it. Minimum. And for the most part, I've spent more. Because the Brightwell guys took care of me and got me stuff a long time ago. And a few people on Patreon know this, I've been really tight-lipped about it. Other than the folks on Patreon. But man, I love this vitamin supplement. So if you keep shrimp and you haven't tried the Brightwell line at all, the first thing I would suggest to you is look at the vitamin F and the shrimp code. And if you already use like salty shrimp as a remineralizer, or your water is a little harder than mine, so you don't necessarily need one, cool. Stick to that if you like it. But you might want to check out the other one too. I'm going to test it. I'll give you a full review on that stuff compared to salty shrimp, because that's what I use right now. But realistically, like that vitamin F and the shrimp code, I'll do another video on the code stuff here soon, because I just doing a little more testing. I'm going to do just the code without the vitamin. Because I've had one tank where I've done both. I have one tank where I've done just the vitamin. and so for clarity's sake, in the cherry tank, I have given them both. Just keep that in mind. But I've only been doing the code for like a month. Yeah. I want to do the vitamin. Just the vitamin for a while, and it's been so good. The results are crazy. So that's the thing. That's it. That's my spiel. Check out the Brightwell stuff. Thank you so much to the Brightwell guys for providing that to me, letting me use it. Again, I have not been paid in any way, shape, or form for my opinions here. They've just provided the product and allowed me to test it, play with it, have some fun with it, and sent me like way more stuff than I asked for. Just like going like, hey, try all this other stuff too. Have fun. Go nuts. So thank you so much to the Brightwell guys for giving me this opportunity. Let me know in the comments down below. Have you guys tried any of the Brightwell products? Are you familiar with Brightwell? Have you never heard of Brightwell before? I'd love to hear all that down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and kind of a little insight into like my secret sauce for my shrimp, if you remember the clear shrimp tank of the week, give it a little thumbs up. If you think I'm just some dirty shill who was just shilling products that I wasn't paid for, and you hit the thumbs down. Just yeah. Okay. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and stay awesome.